Righto, this time we're going to do a travel vlog with a difference. And it's a last minute thing because I've only just decided to do this, and it's a bit personal, but it is a bit of a travel vlog. And I thought, no, if I share this with people, it might help someone in some way. So what happened is yesterday we went down, Deb and I and our son Dakota went down to Costco, and we ran into one of our followers. This lovely couple come up to us and introduced themselves and told us how they enjoy our videos. And it sort of prompted me to say, oh, and this guy, he wanted to know about my tooth. That's what it was. He wanted to know, tell me, I want to know what happened to your tooth. Because we did all these videos about my tooth, about me replacing my tooth with a denture, but all of a sudden it's missing again. So I'll tell you now, I got my denture made in Bali. I got back to Australia, and in some stupid way, I don't know how, I lost the denture. So that's why I've got no denture, and I'm going to wait till I go back to Bali in November to replace it again. Now, but that's not the story we're talking about. In about 20 minutes time, I'm actually going to hospital and to be admitted into hospital for an operation. And what happened was, I had previous injuries where they did MRIs on my brain. They did find a brain, by the way, but in the MRIs they found I've got 2 aneurysms. One's a really small one, but the other one's growing, and over time it's been growing. So they decided they're going to operate on the aneurysm. It's a bit of an experience, actually. I've had a lot of operations in my time, but this one's a bit more scarier than normal, someone operating on your brain. So what I'm doing is that I go in today, and I've got a fast before the operation, and stupid me, I woke up this morning, started fasting, but I don't have the operation till tomorrow. I go to hospital today, but the operation's tomorrow. So I'm fasting from tomorrow. But the operation is, they go through either my wrist or my groin, and they put a tube all the way up to my brain, and they run up through that tube, and they put a coil in the aneurysm to block it off. And it's like lots of little bits of wire sort of thing coiled up inside the aneurysm. The operation's not that scary, but the complications is the bit that does scare me. The complications are, and Deb and I are actually sitting around when the doctor rang us up to confirm that we were going to do the operation, and he has to run through it's his duty to tell you the complications, and he started rattling off all these possibilities, and it sort of put a bit of fright into me. And the possibilities were stroke, sagging on the side of my face, blood clotting, the aneurysm exploding, there was all sorts of things. I know after doing the research, it's like only 3% chance of these things happening, but it still has put the wind up me. So I thought, well, I'm going to document my experience, and hopefully those people that have the similar experience will learn how I've coped with it and what happens during my visit to hospital and when I come out. This is my vlog of going to Gold Coast University Hospital.
So I've just dropped Al at the hospital. And I don't know why I'm like this, because I'm sure everything's going to be fine. But I think I end up being a Suki Lala if anything's happening, like if anything's happening with the family or there's something going on like that, I get like this. So I don't know why. I know it's dumb. It's just a big operation, you know, when you hear someone's brain or heart or something like that getting operated on, even though, you know, you're thinking, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. I don't know, I guess there's just always a small part that just thinks, shit, what if it's not? Anyways, he's in for his pre-op now, so his operation's not till tomorrow. I'm not going to go into the hospital before it. I'll go to work, and then after the operation, I'll go in there. He's been super brave. I don't know what it's like to go through knowing that you've got a brain aneurysm and that anytime, you know, it could explode or rupture or whatever it does. That, you know, you'd have to be worried too. Anyways.
Right, been a few hours at the hospital, finally got to my room, nothing's happened yet, but I do have to order my food here while I'm here. I hope the food is a little bit better than the pictures they show on the screens. Well, it's about 10 o'clock at night. My operation's in the morning, they've got the cannula in. A couple of things I think were a bit of a worry, because after I got my cannula in, they'd come in and told me they're going to put another cannula in, not realising they've already done it. The nurses are rating my private stock of aspirin to give me extra medication. That I'm thinking I might have to go down to the chemist and buy the hospital a few boxes of aspirin, because they're rating my personal stock. I'm nervous. It's finally hit me. I just laid down to try and go to sleep. And it's just hit me, and through my head, I'm going through the figures. If I had 100-side dice, I was working out the odds of the rolls of what it could go wrong. I know it's stupid. I know I shouldn't worry about it, but it's finally worrying me a little bit. I'm really looking forward to getting through this sleep, getting to the morning, when they wake me up to tell me to have a shower to get ready for the operation, because then it's all go, 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 and it's off my mind. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm now starting to think about how I could wake up after the operation. That's a bit scary. So last night they gave me 3 aspirin. They told me they were going to give me 3 in the morning. Then this morning they gave me some different medication, and when I pointed out that they gave me aspirin last night, they looked at the records, and the records don't show that they gave me 3 aspirin. It shows they gave me 4 other bits of medication.
This is Al's room 18.
Couple of issues.
Couple of little issues.
But I think class. We're doing an ECG to see.
Doing a what? That you're doing okay, so you'll probably be going to the ward tomorrow.
Oh, I can't smile.
You can't smile? No one's asking you to smile. You just rest.
I'm talking to purple shirt.
Oh, you're bruising. Hold your arm up, Al. Yeah, look. Few too many needle jabs.
I only just took the cannula out, it blocked up.
Oh, did it?
I had troubles in theatre.
Why?
Getting all these needles, finding spots. He probably me about bloody 10 times trying to find spots for the needles to work. That's why my arms are bruised up.
Have they said when you're coming home?
Well, I'm guessing it's tomorrow because I can't stand up yet.
Oh, why?
Why?
Yeah, why can't you stand up?
Because
They're
as I
probably on your
stand
brain,
up,
not your feet.
I'm dizzy and I'd fall over.
Oh, can you show me?
Just for your entertainment? No. It's okay.
Other than what? What's your only problem at the moment?
My lunch hasn't turned up.
Okay, what's your surprise lunch?
Because I never got to order it.
Okay,
I
go.
didn't even get the bread.
You didn't get any bread? Oh no.
What's wrong with that?
What did you get? Oh, quiche or something?
Vegetable quiche. It looks pretty
It
good,
looks
doesn't it?
good. What's the verdict? Good?
Looks alright.
It's colourful, that's good.
It's got veggies in it, that's good.
Flavorless.
Flavoursome.
Flavourless.
Flavorless.
Ah,
That was good.
good.
Yeah. Rightio, today I get out of the hospital. I'm a bit more with it today. I was going to do a lot more videotaping, but I just haven't been able to get to it. So I'm going to give you a recap of my holiday in the hospital. First up, I'm getting out today. Everything went fine. The minor difficulties I had with my arm movement and my vision has all moved on. My glucose is super high. It's supposed to be down around 7, I think it is. Mine was up to 17 because of the medication I'm on. So that has caused a few issues where it's caused insomnia, and I basically didn't sleep for 36 hours at one stage. But that's coming down now. I got a little bit of sleep this morning. I'm just happy I'm going home. When I first come in, I had a room to myself, brilliant room. Can't complain about Gold Coast University Hospital at all in that way. After my operation, I went down to theatre, that all ran smoothly. After my operation, I'm sharing a room with another guy. Yeah, great facilities. All the nursing staff are really good. I would say there were some problems with the interaction between the doctors and the experts and what goes on in the hospital. The doctors seem to think that things work this way and that way. When you get to the hospital, it either doesn't happen or it's nothing like the doctor says. But it all worked fine. Neurology department doctors, brilliant, excellent doctors, great. The guy that operated on me, he's from Brazil actually. Really nice guy, looks like Ricky Martin. Excellent guy. I couldn't tell you his name, don't know it, couldn't pronounce it anyway, Verreira or something. What else could... Oh, the guy next to me, he had his doctors come in. He's not 100% sure what's wrong with him. They're going to operate and go down through his digestive system. I don't think they really know what's going on either. And after talking to him and hearing what the doctor said, this is what they do. They come in, and usually when the doctors do their rounds, they do a round with like 20 people. It's crazy. All the young interns, all the different specialists, the anaesthesiologists. The anaesthesiologist I had in the operating theatre was a masochist. You can't really see it, but my whole arm's brown for bruises. The guy next door to me, his doctor come in. He was in here for like 25 seconds with his team. He came in. He basically said to the guy next to me, if you want to know what the procedure's all about and what we're doing, Google it and then ask me questions next time I come see you at the theatre. And walked out. Now, if that was me, I would refuse to have that doctor operate on me. That's crazy. You expect your doctor to tell you everything that goes on, all the possibilities and all that, and keep you fully updated, because he's the one that knows exactly what's going on. The nursing staff don't know, they just do their job. I would refuse to have him as a doctor. That's ridiculous. Neurology, perfect. Every little detail. I heard it 20 times. They were great. So, all good. I'm going home. I'm bruised and battered. I've got a massive bruise on my groin where they put the tubes up. The most painful thing in my operation was taking the catheter out of my you-know-what. But I got over it. Generally, the staff here are great. The food. I must admit, this is really good food in this hospital. The ordering system is crazy. Let me get this down if you can see it. You order your food on the computer screen, TV screen, and it's the most complex thing to do. If you're older than me, you would be struggling with it. The system doesn't work properly. You're trying to get the mouse to go where you want it. It doesn't tell you what you can and can't order. It's just... Anyway, that's my gripe. I'm looking forward to getting back into travelling. I'm thinking of looking for a caravan. If you're keen to follow us caravanning, let me know.
If you found this video entertaining, helpful or inspiring, would love for you to consider subscribing to our channel and hitting that notification bell. Subscribing will ensure that you never miss out on any of our future content that we create, especially for you.